Thanks, Christopher. It's actually really good to be reminded about what a fantastic place Levenmouth is. If we live in the area, we tend to forget about it, and if we don't know the area, we tend to associate it with much more negative things. So thanks very much, Christopher, for, as I say, reminding us of the fantastic kind of place that we all live. Our next speaker is Alan Mitchell from Fife Chamber of Commerce. He's the Chief Executive there. Alan and the Chamber have been fantastically supportive of the campaign right from the start. They've helped us in all sorts of ways, with admin help and with giving us support and publicising it and so on and so forth. Alan's going to give us a brief rundown of some of the aspects of the business case for the rail line. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you. So I don't have any presentation or wonderful pictures like the previous speakers. So I'm going to keep my comments really short. Most days in Scotland, somebody doing my job in an organisation like a Chamber of Commerce will be standing on a stage somewhere or talking about how connectivity is critical to our economy, how we have to spend so much more than we do on transport infrastructure, on rail and on road. And often it's said so often that it can almost start to sound a little bit cliched. But actually, even if that is how it sounds, it doesn't actually make it untrue that we need to be better connected and we need to spend more money. We absolutely do have to. Think about it. We're a nation of 5 million, 5.5 million people. So in the economic competition we're in global competition we're in to create jobs and retain jobs and have jobs here, we can't compete against bigger countries in terms of the number of people we can pitch up against the number of people they can. But what we can compete on and what we can use is to sustain our economy, which means our communities, better health, better prospects for everybody, is the skills of our 5 million people and how well connected they are to each other and to the rest of the world. And actually, it's quite interesting. I've just come here today from the board meeting of the Developing Young Workforce in Fife, where we were talking about skills. And one of the things we were talking about there was the fact that there are desperate shortages of skills in many parts of Fife. Employers can't get the people they need. And isn't it horrendous that perhaps some of those jobs aren't going filled because the people who have the skills are in parts of Fife where it's very difficult or impossible to get to the other parts of Fife where those jobs actually are. So it is really, really important that we are better connected, and we literally can't spend enough on these kind of projects. And there's no doubts whatsoever that the Levenmouth rail link could go toe-to-toe with any other potential project in Scotland in terms of its economic benefit, in terms of its social benefit. So we absolutely have to keep making the case as loudly as we can. We at the Chamber try and lobby extensively with the Scottish Government. I'm forever inviting Scottish Government ministers to come to Fife to meet our members, and every time we get one of those ministers here, we take the opportunity to bring up the Levenmouth rail link. We had Derek Mackay in a meeting just a few weeks ago, and I made sure I collared him before the end to say thank you very much for releasing the last batch of funding you did. You know we're going to be coming back for more. So we've got to constantly get those messages across, and we will continue to do everything we can to support Eugene and his colleagues in the wonderful work they're doing. And it is actually a fantastic job that Eugene and his colleagues have done to get the campaign this far. And I reckon we can be as sure as anybody can be that with Eugene and his team, we've got the best possible chance of seeing this through to a successful conclusion. So to finish, Eugene, keep fighting the good fight. You're doing an amazing job at it, and I can promise you that whatever we can do to help you at Fife Chamber, we'll continue to do that on your behalf. So.